Hi, my name is Maya and I'm an experienced registered yoga teacher, and I'm certified to teach trauma-informed yoga. Here in Sweden, I'm also a project leader for the European Union project KidsLikeUs. This project focuses on well-being methods for children going through tough situations and traumatic events. One thing that I do is to meet up with Ukrainian refugee children and have trauma specialized yoga sessions to help with stress relief. So we have worked with this method here in Sweden and noticed great results. We've also produced some material on how to teach this method further. And I have been educating other people in this method. So for example, today Maria will try out to hold a class like this for a group of children, and this is how the method will live on. So good to know is that trauma-informed yoga is based on neuroscience research. So these yoga sessions are designed to make the students experience the different branches of the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system, and to be with and to allow whatever feelings, thoughts, emotions, sensations that arise when they're going through these stages. When you are feeling more stressed, that you can yourself start to calm down, and also when you're very low, that you can use some methods to come back up a little bit, to find a balance in life. And through regular practice, one can increase the window of tolerance regarding the nervous system, meaning that one does not immediately have a flight or fight reaction when feeling stressed. So this can be a great tool for children experiencing migration trauma. We know as well that trauma can be stored in the body and manifest as physical sensations and not just this emotional stress and anxiety. And on some children, you can even see that they are going through traumatic events just by looking at their body. Often they are very closed off and stiff. So by opening up through positions, through the yoga practice, you can start to release some of these emotions that are closing you in. So be very gentle, be mindful, knowing that physical postures can bring up feelings, bring up emotions. But this is a good thing because then it allows you to release. So first of all, to start this practice, you will need mats. So any type of yoga mat will work. And there are different ways to place these mats. You can either have them in a more traditional way, where you have one teacher mat and then the student mats in front of you, or you can have them in different ways, such as a circle. You want to focus more on connecting with each other so that you're facing one another. We'll start with by setting up the mats, and then set up the whole space. So try to have as few distractions as possible. Maybe you want to have some soft music. Then it's nice to welcome the children and make sure that everyone knows each other's names. It's a nice thing to do. You can always start the class by some grounding to make the children find a calmer state of being. So maybe a few deep breaths or some seated exercises. In most of the types of yoga, it's important to warm up the joints in the body, and this goes for trauma-informed as well. So what you will do is warm up the shoulders, the neck, the wrists, the ankles, the hips, and the spine. So find a way to do that. Make it playful or make it not playful, it's up to you. You can also incorporate some sun salutations, and after a few sessions, the children will know what the sun salutations are, and maybe one of them will guide, and then you step on the student mat. And this is a great empowerment technique to make sure that the children feel more empowered, more confident, improved self-esteem. So this is a nice way when you feel comfortable all together as a group. So after you've done some sort of warm-up and bringing some heat and energy to the body, you can start by putting together positions into a sequence to find some movement and to start to flow. Here you can use yoga position cards. This is a way to make the class more into workshop style and make it a little bit more playful. Again, here you can find some empowerment techniques. Maybe one student, one child will teach their favorite position through picking a card. Things like this can be done. So the sequencing part of the class is the biggest part and takes the longest time. So allow some space for that. So important part here is that you can mix some relaxing sequences with more energizing ones. And this is to work with the nervous system, as I explained, to feel these ups and downs. So maybe do some more powerful movements and then slow down and then maybe go up again to see how that goes. Now, when the children start to feel comfortable with each other, you can start to incorporate some partner yoga exercises. Now, it can just be a simple moment of eye contact, or you can start to make more physical positions that they can do together. This promotes a sense of community, connection, and friendship, which is really important if you are going through trauma. The breath is the portal to the nervous system. If you can work with the breath, you can work with the nervous system. So try to incorporate some breathing techniques where you focus on the inhalation, the exhalation. Combining breath and movement is very effective, or you just take a moment to only focus on the breath. Now, when you guide a yoga class, there can sometimes be positions that you will want to adjust physically. If you do this, always ask for consent if it's okay that you help them. Because as traumatic events can be defined as when something happens to you where your power is taken away from you, either emotionally, physically, mentally, or in other ways. Being empowered, being asked for consent, is very healing as well. So we always make the trauma-informed sessions very inclusive. We, as teachers, we always ask, we empower, we hold space. We are not an authority, but we're a part of the group. It's very important as well. However, towards the end of the class, you will start to guide the students down again into a calmer state. This can be done by some deep stretches, some relaxing movements, and then in the end you prepare for Shavasana, which is just to lay down for however long you find suitable. But I want to say this, that the most important part of the class is that the room and you make the room feel like a safe space for the students, a safe space for them to relax, to express themselves, and for them to just be children as well, to play and enjoy. They also get the opportunity to feel community and connection with other children going through the same situation as them. So this is an important hour of their week, maybe. And to make the space feel really safe for the children, this is your job as a yoga teacher. So this you will do with your voice, with your presence, with just your energy, making sure that you as a teacher are grounded, calm, secure. The children will feel this and it will allow them to start to open up. It can also be done by asking them questions. How are they feeling? This is a way for them to go inside And remember as well that yoga is not a sport or a practice that needs to be perfect. This is about self-exploration and expression. So there are no rights or wrongs. So as a teacher, you will never go to a child and tell them that what they are doing is wrong. We can guide them, but in an encouraging way. So this should not be an added stress to their lives. It should be something that takes away the stress. So this is important as well.